Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here in our conversation. Today, we have some OMS experts with us, Devanshu, Pranay, and a special guest, Rohit Kaushal. So, in our previous discussions, we have talked about real-time inventory synchronization and how it will help omnichannel possible. We also talked about omnichannel synchronization and how it will help to keep our promise with the customers, and it will help the customers also if they have 360-degree view of the inventory. So in the continuation of our previous topic, real-time inventory synchronization, we are going to discuss about today of understock and overstock conditions. And so Rohit, in our previous discussions with you, you have talked about inventory carrying cost and replacement cost and how Orbis OMS will help us in such conditions. So can you share some of your ideas and how business users will it will be helpful for the business users in making the decisions? What are you right?
Sure. Thank you, Rashi.
Mhm.
First, let me brief you all about things that we covered so far in the previous OMS series. In the first episode, we understand understand OMS is basically a software for business user for finding and managing orders taken from various sales channel. Not only that, this software also helps in managing people, business processes, and data connected to an order throughout the order lifecycle.
Yes.
Then we understand what are the functional expectation of an OMS and how Apache OBIS provide a powerful OMS tool which address most of the business OMS related problem. In the last episode, we discussed about first OMS expectation, that is real-time inventory visibility across the various sales channel and how it help in enhancing customer shopping experience by building customer trust. In that we also understand it gives business a confidence for keeping their promise and commitment towards the customer. In the today's session, we will be understanding how real-time inventory visibility help in taking better business decisions. Like I said in my last episode, that real-time inventory visibility not only help customer but also help business user in the identification of inventory exceptions, like which item is running low in the facility, which item is becoming out of stock, which item is overstock, which inventory is becoming obsolete. Obsolete inventory is basically a term that refers to an inventory which is at the end of its product life cycle. Okay, so let me explain it by taking some cases. Consider a case wherein market a particular product is in demand, and if that product is either out or running low in our facility. So for such cases, if system provide correct inventory positioning to business, then business can take a call to replenish low stock, uh, which actually increases their sales opportunities and order conversion rate. This kind of situation not only have immediate impacts but also affect future sales, because if customer does not find its product on your marketplace, then he will definitely switch to your competitor. On the other side, if we have an unpopular product available in the facility in enough quantity and it become obsolete after some time. For such cases, if business have correct visibility on such stock, then they can plan to clear this kind of stocks either by organizing some kind of promotion to those item or by reducing the item price. So such kind of activity actually rotate the inventory in a warehouse, and this inventory rotation ultimately help in reducing inventory carrying cost. I remember one of from my past experience that there is a project, there is a garment project in which I worked. They asked us to create a inventory watch list report with some fancy UI, and using this report, their sales representative either call or send email to the customer and make them convinced by uh, make them convince to buy their available products. So this kind of things you usually seen in multi-level marketing. Also, using this report, that business plans various promotion activities for their stock clearance. So, based on this fact, I conclusively say that this real-time inventory visibility help user in taking better business decision and get and to gain profits and help in minimizing loss.
Okay. So I got it. You are trying to say if we have the better visibility, we can generate reports, and merchandising team will help to generate some sales. And if their item is overstock, you can make an clearance sale for the customers. It makes the
Exactly.
decisions better. So how we are
All
going
right.
to, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say there is this replenishment thing that Rohit just talked about.
Mhm.
Uh, when we talk about the inventory management here in relation to order management system, and what OIBIS supports pretty well, we are talking in relation to the support that is already available in Apache OIBIS. The emphasize is actually, I just want to make this differentiation very clear that we aren't talking about the giant facility where you are managing all the warehouse operations and all those things. We aren't talking about that. I guess Rohit also mean that, uh, um, because my understanding is, in case of omnichannel systems, if you are offering an OMS abilities, you have to have the abilities to manage inventory in the mini warehouses or the store back storages where you have certain locations, certain availability of the space. You are having this some store places, and you are storing your inventory there. And then you have called those stores as your mini fulfillment centers. That means you are fulfilling your orders from that place to actually to have a better reach to your customers, right? Because the better reach is going to convert into better sales. That's the agenda here. Because not only actually helps in bringing in your customer to your store, at the same time also helps in increasing your online sales. Okay. The important thing about the replenishment that I wanted to mention here, that you'll still be able to you'll still be you should actually still be able to manage and see the inventory availability at the warehouses and the store as well. So irrespective of the type of location where the inventory is, you should be able to manage that in OIBIS, and then you will be very well known that okay, which particular facility, that is either it's a store or warehouse, is having how many quantity of a certain product, and then you can do the stock transfers. That's the important thing here. Replenishment at store can also be and mostly be the stock transfer from the warehouse to the stores or the mini fulfillment centers or the mini storage locations that you have declared. So that's a process that helps you. And the perspective that Rohit has given is really very good, because last time when Ankush was talking about the availability, we talked about from the customer's end, like how the customer gets to know that okay, where the inventory is available and how can I do the pickup in a store, or how should I place the order because I need the order in certain time period to me, right? It should be reaching out to me in certain time. This time Rohit is talking about the business aspect of it, like how does it how does it actually help the business. And that is a really critical point for any business, because you go for the omnichannel initiatives, that's fine, but you as a business owner or the retailer, you should also be having an option to evaluate if the omnichannel initiative is paying off or not, right? Because implementations can be done with the cool technology solutions, but at the end of the day, if you don't know how to measure the performance of that implementation, or we ideally call these the performance indicators of the particular process that you have automated in your system, you have to be very well you have to have the data handy in front of you, or all the data has to be there so that you are able to evaluate how the particular process implementation is performed. So yeah, I totally agree with Rohit here that this is very critical. And the important and the good thing that I love the most here is that OIBIS supports it all with its out of the box implementation. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Pranay. So we are talking about here how we can manage overstock and understock conditions in with the help of obvious OMS. So, Rohit, how can we link our OMS with the inventory, and how we can view the inventories in such a way that it will help the business users as well? with the customers?
Mhm. Actually, OMS and inventory management system is linked by order reservation process. Now, what is this reservation process? Reservation process is basically a OBIS system process that allows seller to set aside a specified amount of inventory for the later consumption.
Mhm.
When order is placed in a system, reservation process reserves some particular amount of inventory, and the total inventory that we promise to next customer will become something like total available inventory, total physical inventory minus the total number of reservation that we have for the orders. So reservation and this reservation process actually run synchronously uh, after the order placement process, and hence it gives correct inventory positioning after the placement of subsequent orders. In this, I would also like that how we will get to know the better inventory, how we'll get to know the inventory positioning. Actually, there are as everyone knows that that OBIS is built on an universal data model which supports all kinds of business processes and can be easily customized as per the business needs. So actually, when we talked about the inventory aspect, there are and to determine what are the inventory counts. So there are basically three tables were involved, like inventory item table. This entity actually tells us how much quantity we have physically in our warehouse and how much quantity is available to take orders for and how much quantity is remaining to take orders for a particular product. Then another entity is product facility. This entity actually tells the inventory count facility wise. Suppose if we have a suppose if you have business which is having multiple which are having multiple warehouses within the country, so it will help us uh, to keep inventory counts facility wise. Another use of this entity is this entity help in the replenishment process for generating requirement, and ultimately this requirement is converted into the procurement order. One more important to highlight here is inventory item detail. This entity is basically an audit entity for keeping inventory transactions, like from which process inventory came into the system, and by which process the inventory got consumed. Like if we place an order, then we log uh, inventory consumption against that order into the inventory item detail. If we have a return, then obviously if we are talking about return, then inventory came into the system, so that inventory item detail table also record have record corresponding to that inventory item. So
Mhm.
basically this entity actually help us to know what are the correct inventory count within the systems. So this is all from my side, Rashmi.
Okay, thank you, Rohit. So here we are talked about how replacement process also help us while making our stock up to date and real inventory data, so that
Mhm.
even if they when the we don't want to lose our custom in any conditions. If our item got out of stock, the sales will stop and we don't able to process the orders. So in such condition we
Mhm.
have to take times and lead times before it goes out of stock. We restock the orders, and this will help us in replacement process also. Thank you, Rohit, for your sharing your experience with us. Is there anyone else here to share their experience and are having any questions?
Yeah, just to add on a little bit to that inventory item
Sure.
detail thing. I actually, I would say that's a beauty here, because that entity gives what, as Rohit has already mentioned, I'm just adding on to it, that it actually gives you a clear snapshot of what happened with the inventory for a particular product when it came into the system. From that day, from inception till date, it has all the happenings with that inventory. How many variances were logged, how many reservations were done, how many receivings were done, how many, I would say, inventory variances for lost and damaged and one or not, all sort of variances were logged. So everything is there. So it's a complete, I would say, whenever a new inventory item is introduced, the details are going to be there associated with it. All the data is going to be there that can be massaged, analyzed, and analytics can be built on that, and all the cool stuff that is very fancy these days. And OIBIS actually supports all these things, and it's I would say since day one. I have been seeing it since day one. I started working with Apache OIBIS, and we have been using it heavily for making sure that there is a clear differentiation known to the business, that what's the ATP for a product and what's the QOH, the available to promise that can be promised to the customers, and the overall quantity on hand. That means it might get the count, which is inclusive of everything. So overall quantity on hand can confuse the businesses in most of the cases. If you only know the QOH, that is the only quantity on hand, you actually don't know like how many of these can be committed to a customer, and that's where the false promise things uh, come in picture that we talked about when Ankush was leading the session. And that's a beauty here. I just wanted to re-emphasize on that. So thank you so much, Rohit. That was really very helpful information.
I would like to add one point here. Like when I was listening to Rohit regarding his experience when he was, trying to build a snapshot of inventory for his client. I just remembered that in Offbiz, out of the box, we have available of OLAP and database, and that has the entities available, which if used properly, they'll have all the data right from the beginning of the business to the point where you want to generate. Are actually getting, most are always available in the stock, and they're not ordered much by the customers. And what type of inventories are mostly, getting they are selling really fast, and we are not able to replenish the warehouse that much. So these kind of real time situation problems we can gather from those reports, which obvious have out of the box available. So that also helps us in understanding the inventory requirement for any businesses. Doesn't have to be a very big scale, but definitely for a small and medium scale business, we have all those tools right away available with out of box of this.
Though I was having one question for Rohit, like while working on all these scenarios over the years, you mentioned that you got a pretty good hand on that. I just wanted to ask, like, am I saying something am I being over optimistic here, or you would also say no? This all happens with the out of the box implementation. If you know the data model and if you know the service layer, because there is this service layer that's again helps you very much with the overall implementation that you have. So please tell us something about that. Like, did you need some sort of customizations, or was it all okay and served you well? The default
No,
implementation, the core, the foundation.
yeah, actually, in the OOTB, there are some services returns uh, which we have utilized for showing the actual inventory snapshot over the report. So actually, everything is in the OOTB, and we don't have to write anything or have to make some customization to make that report.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Yeah, thank you, Rohit. I agree on that actually, but I just wanted to make sure that um, there might be some scenarios, and that's where again, if the customization is needed, then needed. So you just have to do it. But at the same time, as we all know, OIBIS works on the 80/20 concept. So if 80% of the requirements are covered, it gives you the momentum that you want for delivering solutions to any business. So that's again the beauty that we love the most. All of my fellow members here who belong to Apache OIBIS community. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you.
Hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye
Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you.
everyone.
Guys.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.